So today I'm going to tell you a little story about what happened on my honeymoon. We went to Mexico and we were freshly married, a few days married, and things were going great. And something happened with my wife's straightener. I can't remember what happened. Traditionally, she's got this like beautiful, thick, luscious red hair, but it's always very straight and long and pretty. And for some reason, she didn't straighten it over the honeymoon because we were in Mexico. I think it had something to do with the humidity or something with the outlet wasn't exactly like working. Anyways, she wore it curly, and you know you find things about your spouse the longer you're with them that you didn't know before. And one of the things was I didn't know how curly her hair could get. And if you've ever seen that episode of Friends where she couldn't for some reason straighten her hair and it was like poof, like it just like was this huge frizzy like fro kind of thing. So anyways, the other thing too is my wife's a redhead, so she's naturally like got this porcelain beautiful like white skin, and she was like, no matter how much there wasn't enough suntan lotion in the world to keep her from turning just like lobster tomato red. So my beautiful wife was now this this red frizzy lady that I didn't realize that I had married, you know, throughout the thing. So we were laying by the pool, getting redder as we speak, and we saw these guys rolling around on segways, and I'm like, babe, that would be awesome. We should do those segways. And she's like, sure, okay, well, that's fine. So anyways, we sign up for the segways, and we go for the tour. They're going to take you around the tour of this whole place. And it was beautiful. They took us through these Mayan jungles and like all these different sceneries. To back up a little bit, we went with another family, and it was a British family. And the British family had never ridden segways before. I had ridden them, so I kind of told my wife like how they operate and how it, you know, the gyroscopes are in there and how you kind of just like touch with your feet just a little bit to make it go, lean back to make it stop. But there was this kid, and he had never ridden one before. And if you've ever ridden a Segway before, like you literally just lean into it, just kind of like if you were like pressing down on your toes to walk forward. That's how you do it. Well, he had never ridden the Segways before, so we get on the Segways, and he like just takes off, and in this like little English accent, he's like, "How do you stop this thing?" And he's leaning forward the whole way, probably going, it seemed like 50 miles an hour, just like going as fast as he can. We're like, lean back, and he's like, "This thing was going too fast." So we're like an Australian, whatever. And then, so anyways, with the guy slowed down, caught it. We all had our laughs, and then it was our turn. So, again, going back to the scenery, we were going through these jungles, we were going through these places. They had roots like 6 inches deep that these segways were rolling over, going up hills, down hills. I mean, it was crazy how, like, utilitarian of a turf this thing was going through. Back to my beautiful wife. So we're standing, we go through all of that. We have our good laughs with the little English boy. How do I stop this thing? And then at the end of it, we're standing still in a parking lot, and all of a sudden, my wife just falls off her Segway. And we're like, what the? You just got done going through all that stuff? And I thought she had hit her epitome of red, but it was the first time as a married couple that she turned around, got so red, and mad at me for something I didn't even do. I was like, oh my God. She was just so embarrassed, so red on top of the red, frizzy. It was crazy, man. So anyways, we're still married. We've never ridden a Segway again, but when in doubt, if you take a crazy redhead out into the jungle, don't put her on a Segway in the middle of a parking lot, man. Great advice.